Hello friends, my name is Manoj Kumar. In today's tutorial we'll see how we can create a replica set. In previous video we already discussed about the replication controller or replica set, but in today video we'll see how we can create a definition file. Okay, so first of all we'll open our IDE. Currently I'm using Visual Studio Code. Let's create a file, new file with replica set def.yaml. Okay, so we'll use this file. For reference, I'm using one of my Twitter posts. So why I'm using my Twitter post, because the most of the thing that I share in this video I already share on my Twitter. So if you want to learn from me, so you can also reach out to me over Twitter and you can follow me and you can get the awesome content. So let's see. So as we discussed previously, on for the YAML file we need four things, that is API version. Okay, another that we need kind, let mention, then after that we need metadata, and we need spec. Okay, so these are the four things that we need. So now start defining this file. So version will be v1. Okay, and the kind will be replication control, okay, kind will be replication controller. In metadata we have two things, that is name, but we need to give the indentation. Name, in metadata we have the name and the labels. Okay, now for the name, let mention as replication controller, and in the label we'll mention two things, app and another thing is type. So what is this app like? What will it do? It will run a Nginx service. Okay, and what is the type? It is a front-end service. Okay, so basically these value will give to you by the team that you need to set up this kind of a replication controller. So you need not to worry about that. And in specs there are usually two things. We'll do that. First is template, and another thing that we'll use is replicas. So let underthink two things, what is template and what is replica. I already discussed this in my previous video where we discuss replication controller in theory. This is just a hands-on. So template is nothing but the specification of the pod that we want, and the replica the unit that we want for that pod. Like we are running a Nginx server, so we need 3 pod for that. So in any current in any defined time we have the 3 working replicas of that pod. So if you see here, this is a pod definition file that we already created. So here it is nothing, in specs it is nothing, in specs template it is nothing, but it is this section. As you can see here, it is metadata, name, label, and it is same. We didn't change anything. So we can also do that. We can just copy these things and we can paste it here and give the indentation, and yeah, because these things are same, these are not a new thing, these things are the same, because this is kind of the specification of that pod. So that's what it is. So we'll name it as Nginx name, let's give as a Nginx, and the image will be Nginx. Okay, this all from here. As you can here in this file you can also share that. I also mentioned the label. Let's also mention the label here. If you want you can mention that. It's always a good practice to mention the labels. So in labels we have two things, that is app, then is type. So in app, that let's name our app as my app, and type let's say front end. Okay, and for the spec it's a container and we using Nginx container, and the image will say NS, and will use 3 replicas of that. Okay, we'll check our indentation. Is it correct? Okay, it is correct. We'll save this file and let's open command prompt. I already started the Minikube server. So first we'll go to D directory and cd kubernetes, and which file we run? We need to run replica set hyphen definition. So you need to run this file. In my tutor I already mentioned the command as well. If you want to know about those commands, you can also check out that, and I also wrote a detailed article about that. You can also mention refer that. So we'll run, this is the command that we'll use, that is kubectl apply hyphen net and net definition file name, that is replica set dev.yaml. okay, we'll run that file and we'll see whether our application controller and pods are created or not. So we'll wait for some time to it run. Okay, so as you can see here, our application controller is created. Now let's check our pod. So that command is kubectl get pods. Okay, so as we mentioned there, we need the 3 replicas, mean we need the 3 pods. So as you can see here, we have 3 pods, and now name our list our replication controller. So get replication, or replica will also work. So it will list out the all the replica. Okay, replica is not the right command. We need to mention as replication controllers. Okay, so this is the name of our application controller that we mention here. We mentioned that we need 3 desired pods, and currently we have 3 pod and they all are in ready state and they are all active from 47 minutes. Okay, so let's see if we can delete one pod, what happen next. So first let's, okay, it will not work. Let's kubectl get pods. So we have 3 pod, let's delete one pod. So kubectl cube, okay, next one kubectl delete pod, and let's delete this pod. Let's see what happens. Okay, this pod is deleted. So ideally we should have 2 pod now. Okay, we should have 2 pod, but let's see what is the status of pod in our environment. So again it is having 3 pod, but the one pod, this one is in container creating state, means this pod is deleted, this pod is deleted, and this new pod is created and it is in creating state. Why it is like that? Because in replication controller file we mentioned that we need the 3 replicas of that pod, so that's the reason it created a new one. So that's all for the replication control and replica side. So if you watch this video, you know how you can start with replication controller. So if you need further, you can also check out the detailed article in my website, and if you need any help you can just comment it out. I will help you on that. This is the beginner series or the absolute beginner series for the Kubernetes. I already created lots of video regarding that. If you are interested in that, you can check in my channel. You can subscribe to my channel for such awesome content, and we'll catch up in the next one. Thank you.